Why do you need a business plan? There are three reasons why anyone may need a business plan. First, if you're about to start a business and you want to convince certain people to raise capital for you. In this case, you will want to use your business plan to sell your business idea to the investors so that they will be willing to finance your business. Second, if you want to start a business and you're willing to be successful, though you don't need external investors, you obviously need to grow, to compete, and to win the battle of the marketplace. You need a business plan. Third, you may need a new business plan because the economic or market situation has made your last plans obsolete. A business plan is not like an academic paper which may stand for many years and still be relevant. I wrote a business plan last year, I think April, and by December it was already obsolete. Why? You really don't know tomorrow. Your projections, plans, or tactics are dependent on many factors that are beyond your power, and when things change that affect your business, positively or negatively, then your plans also must be rewritten. A business plan is a very important part of every business venture, and that is why you hear about it very often. Unfortunately, most people who think about starting a business usually don't consider writing a business plan. I have read from different business experts about the fact that most startup entrepreneurs do not write business plan. But what I have not read from anyone is why this is so. Why is it that most people have fear, so to say, about writing a business plan? You see, there are many myths and lies you probably have heard about the subject of business plan. Some people present business plan as if it was a university thesis or an academic report to be defended before certain professors. Other people think that a business plan has to be 50 pages long and that it must be written in a certain approved format. Well, I am here to tell you that all those opinions are not valid, because there are some ugly lies around this important business step. Most people are afraid of doing it. Journey with me, as I will reveal the real truth about business plan. And at the end of today's training, you will discover that it is actually easy to write a business plan. The most important benefit of a business plan is that it helps you to put all those beautiful dreams and ideas you have for your business on paper. Contrary to what you may think, the business plans you have in your head and on paper are not the same. Taking the time to write down a plan for your business forces you to organize and refine your thoughts. For the very first time, you will be able to see how everything is connected, and some important things you never really thought about will start to stand out. On a mental level, writing a business plan will make you take yourself more seriously. Investing time, energy, and focus to prepare a plan on paper feels like signing a contract with yourself. It increases the confidence and belief you have in your business idea and focuses your mind on those critical things that are obviously missing. Before you have a plan on paper, all the ideas and plans you have for your business live inside your head. The problem is that they keep swirling around in a random and disorganized fashion. But when you have finished preparing your business plan, it feels like you have a map to your promised land with a clear direction and a laser focus. A business plan helps you find the gaps in your idea and focus on the things that are really important. When you interact with an entrepreneur who has taken the time to prepare a business plan, you will know. She is usually more articulate, confident, and knows the business like the back of her hand because she can visualize the roadmap in her head. This is what you get when you go through the rigor of preparing a proper business plan. 2. Banks and investors will want to see it. Depending on the amount of capital you're asking for, most investors, including your parents or relatives, may want to see a plan that proves to them you know what you're talking about. Banks and formal investors, like angels and venture capitalists, want to know if your business can make enough profits to pay back a loan with interest and provide a good return on an investor's investment. Banks and investors would want to see your marketing plan. They want to see the profiles of the people who will run and manage the company. They want to see a cash flow forecast and your projected profits for the next 3 to 5 years. They want to see that you have analyzed your competition and have a plan for your products and services. Banks and investors will want to see all these things and more to convince themselves that your business deserves a loan or it is worth investing in. Above all, having a well-prepared business plan is often a sign that you are a serious, organized, and disciplined person. This is usually the kind of person investors and banks will want to give their money to. 3. You can make money with it. You would be amazed at the number of business plan competitions that are available every year for African entrepreneurs and small business startups. Many of us don't even know about them. Business plan competitions are usually sponsored by all kinds of local and international organizations to encourage small businesses and entrepreneurs with brilliant ideas. How long should a business plan be? It all depends on your objective and who will read it. The last business plan I wrote was written on a single sheet of A4 paper. I typed and printed it out. If you intend to write a business plan for yourself and not to convince any investor, I strongly recommend that you write your business plan in a single sheet of paper or 2. Worst, 3. I know this is a strange advice, so let me explain. You see, human nature loves complexity, while simplicity is the only valuable thing. Anything that is too complex will give you stress and then become a burden on you. Then you'll abandon it, making it useless. If you are planning to write a business plan for your own usefulness, you will have to review it often, or else you won't even follow it. So tell me, which document is easier to review, a 10 pages document or 2? You know the answer. What if you want to write a business plan to convince the investors? Some people will advise you to write 50 pages, and some other entrepreneurs might have written 100 pages in the past. But let me tell you the truth. Nobody has time to read your thesis except the university professors. The only people who have so much time are the poor people. And I am sure if at all you want to use your business plan to get an investor to finance your business, then you are talking about someone who is probably very busy. Let me tell you this so that you will understand what I'm saying here. Many CVS have been submitted to me by job seekers in the past, and I am sure they would have prepared those CVS thinking, I will impress the employers. Well, here comes the sad news. I have never in my life read a CV. I scan through them. I don't have time. Your business plan is like the CV for the job seekers. How long should it be? It's again depends on who will read it. 10 pages may help you. 15 pages may help you, but when you're going beyond 20 pages, I am out. If you forget everything, make sure you don't forget this. The investors you will give your business plan really don't have time. How many years should a business plan be? Another area where people miss it. They are writing 5 or 10 years business plan. Think about planning for your goat farming business the way you think about goals for your life. When I first learned about goal setting, I was impressed and I started by writing 5 to 10 years goals. I was wrong, it never worked. I later started writing 1-year goal, and now I am writing goal for a third of the year, 4 months. The reason is simple. You're a human being like all of us. What you think plan may not happen the way you plan it. Any agribusiness plan that is more than 1 year is actually questionable. That is my opinion. Any other business expert may tell you something different. Let me cross out a popular lie about business planning. Most people believe that if your plan is well written, it will win you huge amount of money from the investors. This is like telling a graduate, hey, if you can write your CV very well, you will be employed in a big company. I hate certificates and CVs, and every single time people have submitted them to me, I have asked myself, what can this man/woman render as value for us, our business? Do you think I am the only one with this mindset? Do you think your intending investors will be bought by a super written plan? Most investors will rather judge your 5 sentences than your 50 pages plans. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't write your plan very well. It simply means that you have more to do than just writing a plan. You have to understand in and out, front and back, up and down of your intended goat farming business. In fact, The written plan is nothing but the abstract of what is in your head, or else you will fail in your attempt to convince business partners or investors to help finance your agribusiness. Some people believe that a business plan is what anyone, an expert, can sit down somewhere and just write for them. That is why the first task you have is to understand your agribusiness very well. 3 easy ways to write your own business plan. You can write a basic, 1-page or more business plan by yourself in less than an hour or 2. This is fine if all you need the business plan for is to organize your own thoughts and nothing more. But if you need to convince an investor, enter a business plan competition, or apply to a bank for a small business loan, you will need a plan that is much more detailed and looks professional. To help you with this, we recommend the following 3 options to get you that perfect business plan you have been looking for. Option 1. Use free samples and business plan templates. Life is too short to be spent on reinventing the wheel. If you're new to business planning, it can be really helpful and inspiring to see some samples before you start writing your own plan. With hundreds of free sample business plan templates out there, you don't need to become a biz plan expert or pay an overpriced consultant to write one for you. All businesses may not the same, but a sample business plan allows you to choose a format that best resembles your business and adapt the format and content to suit your needs. Say you want to start a dry cleaning and laundry business. You can use a sample business plan prepared for another dry cleaning and laundry services business to build your own plan. Since both businesses are quite the same, you will only need to change a couple of things, and voila, you have your own business plan. Option 2, use business plan software. There are quite a number of good business plan software out there that can make writing your business plan an enjoyable experience. These pieces of intelligent software guide you step by step all through the writing process. The outline for the business plan, titles, categories, and even charts, graphs, and tables are automatically produced by the software. What is more interesting is that these software generate all the dreaded accounting information and financial statements, which save you the stress of crunching numbers from scratch. All you need to do is punch in the numbers and the financials are ready in a second. The downside of using software to write your business plan is that they are rigid and standardized. This makes flexibility difficult, as you can only work with the templates in the software. In addition, it's often difficult to apply specific knowledge and experience of a particular product, service, or market to software. This is where the benefit of an expert business plan consultant comes in. If you want a basic business plan which doesn't need any special effects, then a business plan software should work for you. However, you must make sure that the software you purchase is not very expensive and offers good technical support. You'll definitely need this. If you think business plan software is the best option for you, option 3, hire a business plan expert award consultant. In today's beautiful internet world, it has become possible to outsource difficult tasks like writing a business plan. It's up to you to select the best offer after you have reviewed their profiles, checked their reviews, scores, and ratings from previous jobs. Working with a real-life business plan expert is much more flexible than a piece of software, and the final plan can be customized to your taste. And for business plans that require complex financial analysis, sales forecasts, and other kinds of stuff that require critical thinking and an experienced hand to pull off, hiring a good business plan consultant is usually the better option. On top of this, an experienced business plan writer often knows the things that banks and potential investors often look out for and can help to plug those leaks in your plan. 8. Sales and marketing strategy for the purpose of maximizing profits. Hence, we have decided to explore all the available opportunities within the industry to achieve our corporate goals and objectives. In essence, we are not going to rely only on the sale of our livestock to generate income for the business. Below are the sources we intend exploring to generate income for Kirui Farms Ltd. Sale and export of cotton wool and other dairy products. Sale of cattle and milk, including goats, sheep, grass, cutters, pigs, and rabbits et al. Sale of processed meat, beef, canned beef, processed dairy foods and can beef et al. Boarding services, breeding services, dairy support services, livestock health services, farrier services, shearing services, livestock farming related consultancy and advisory services, marketing strategy, and sales strategy. We are quite aware that the reason why some commercial livestock farms hardly make good profits is their inability to sell off their livestock to a larger market. 9. Publicity and advertising strategy. Any business that wants to grow beyond the corner of the street or the city they are operating from must be ready and willing to utilize every available means, both conventional and non-conventional means, to advertise and promote the business. We intend growing our business, which is why we have perfected plans to build our brand via every available means. We know that it is important to create strategies that will help us boost our brand awareness and to create a corporate identity for our commercial livestock farming business. Below are the platforms we want to leverage on to boost our commercial livestock farm brand and to promote and advertise our business. Place adverts on both print, newspapers and magazines, and electronic media platforms. Sponsor relevant community-based events, programs. 12. Our pricing strategy. The right pricing for your farm produce depends on your strategy, but some factors are beyond your control. For example, unfavorable climatic conditions or natural disasters can impact the prices of your livestock. To set the right price, choose a good location for your farm. Select prolific breeds with steady breeding, minimize farm costs, and try to attract buyers directly to your farm to eliminate transport and logistics costs. We aim to penetrate the market by offering competitive prices that other farmers would strive to beat. In commercial livestock farming, farmers can set their own prices based on their discretion, helping to avoid losses. Selling your livestock quickly when they mature is key to a successful business. 13. Startup expenditure. Budget. When it comes to calculating the cost of starting a commercial livestock farm, there are some key factors that should serve as a guide. The most important expense is the construction of the cattle ranch, young cages, fencing as the case may be. For example, the start-up cost for a fish farm is different from the start-up cost for mechanized crop farming. So also the start-up cost for poultry farming is different from the start-up cost of cattle ranch, dairy farm, et al. As a matter of fact, if you choose to start a mechanized crop farming, then you should be willing to raise huge capital base to start the business. This is so because some cultivation machines or equipment can be pretty expensive.